Thanks, Todd, for the text. Polar Bear Express. It's similar to the Himalaya.
Similar to the Himalaya. Yeah.
It's the Himalaya's ugly cousin, poor cousin. Yeah. Suits, you're on the phone. You're getting ready for the game tonight in Ottawa. An interesting game with the Stamps. You got to be a Blue Rodeo fan, Suits. Give it to me.
Well, 5 days in May. I mean, like, just classic, right? Classic, fantastic song. I haven't got right into Blue Rodeo, which is surprising to me because for me, when I picked up the guitar just to mess around with it, I went from sort of R&B and Mottown songs that I loved as a player, but then I picked up the guitar, and the transition for me was the Eagles. The Eagles took me to country music, and then it became, a slam dunk. I've been country music fan forever since then, and Blue Rodeo fits right into that whole genre of stuff, like whether you're Eagles and into, I mean, it's perfect, but yet I just don't have a whole lot of, songs that I know. I know there's lots that if I heard them, I would go, oh, yeah, I know that one. But it hasn't been a band that I got right into, which is surprising to me. I do like, though, 5 days in May.
I bet you Jared can play some Blue Rodeo.
Sure he can.
Definitely has done that. And, in fact, I bet he's done some down in Nashville. There were some songs that I remember Blue Rodeo thinking, where do I know that song? And it was like a Blue Rodeo song that the cover bands in Nashville at the Honky Tonks were playing. So, they're awesome. Yeah, fantastic.
They're GCD. They got GCD covered. You can play them all night long.
Let's not pass over the fact here. When we start this interview, Glen Suitor you're saying when you were in your playing days, to get hyped up, you'd be listening to Mottown? Like, was it like a little bit of My Girl from the Temptations or the Supremes? What were you into?
Well, first of all, My Girl was a great song.
It is.
Come on now.
I don't know about before a football game, but
no, not a pump up thing. No. Pump up stuff was like the Guns N' Roses and some of that kind of stuff.
That makes sense.
But the Motown was just, listening in the car during meetings, watching film at home. And I'm listening to even, when Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 and, even a little bit of rap got mixed in there with Sugar Hill Gang, although I'm hanging out in the secondary, right? So I'm getting a lot of that influence in my life at that time. And then I discovered the Eagles, and then the Eagles took me to country.
Okay.
Because once you got to country, as Sharky knows, like those four chords and the truth is all you need, and you can pick up the guitar and sing along at the fire.
Yeah, it's all you need. You can change any song to those four chords, so it'll work out.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what? Another, just while we put the bow on Motown songs, Can't Help Myself, the Four Tops. Right up there. Yeah. Nice tune. Nice tune. Let's go to the game you're calling tonight. Intriguing matchup. We got backup quarterback in for the Calgary Stampeders, a fellow by the name of P.J. Walker, taking on the. Isn't it crazy how 2 weeks ago the Calgary Stampeders were the greatest team in the country? Everyone was talking about it, and today they're a 4.5-point underdog in Ottawa against a team that's won one game.
Yeah, things change fast, although that one game was against Calgary.
Yeah.
Now, at that time, it was a full rainstorm, too. But, yeah, I mean, P.J. Walker, his resume is super interesting. And you look at all the NFL teams that he's been part of and the different rooms. And, like his last game was a start. I think he was in Cleveland, and he started against the Seattle Seahawks and had them on the ropes and then lost late in the game because of a ball that bounced off a helmet and was intercepted or something. He was telling us the story. So, he's got a resume of not just being around teams in the NFL, but also playing and starting in games. He's got a big arm. He can use his legs and run. So I'm interested to see how he played, although how he plays tonight. But the small sample size that we saw at the end of the last game against Montreal, very good defense, by the way, but that last game, It didn't look like he was comfortable at all. So, let's see, taking the first reps all week, how much different that looks now, and knowing that he's the guy. I think Vernon Adams is here but will not dress for the game, so Dave Dickinson doesn't even want to be tempted with that. And he said even if he passed medical clearance, that he probably wasn't going to play Vernon, just to protect the player against him, wanting to play for his teammates kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, P.J. Walker will be interesting to watch tonight. But keep in mind, they've lost Clark Barnes, Reggie Bagleton, Damian Alford. I mean, this starting receiving core is gone on one whole side of the offense for Calgary. So that's another big hit for them. They're going to have to see, their depth is going to be tested tonight.
I agree with you 100% because Calgary's missing like half of their offensive group, so their defense is going to have to rise. But Ottawa, Drew Brown still playing quarterback after the hit he took 2 weeks ago? Still can't get over that hit that knocked his head off. Is Brown 100%? Can he make a difference today, or is he limping into this as well?
Yeah, for those who might be sprinkling, as Barney likes to call it, on different, games and maybe wants to do that tonight. Drew Brown had no ill effects from that hit almost immediately afterwards. The reason that he didn't go back in the game was because of precautionary reasons from the team. The team and the coaching staff just said, nope, you're done for today. But he had zero issues and passed all the protocol with flying colors almost immediately. He was passing all the protocol the very next day. So he has been through every practice and every rep like he would normally be. He said he's 100%. And they get Braylon Addison back in the lineup. And, Braylon Addison as a receiver in the first 4 games of the season for Ottawa was their leading receiver. So now you add that to Geno Lewis and Justin Hardy and those kind of, that kind of group, and William Stanback, who is going to take the majority of the tailback reps. They've been going back and forth with him and Adebayo, and they're going to just go with Stanback tonight, or at least the majority of them. So that's quite the group, with a healthy Drew Brown who had no ill effects from that hit, which is surprising, but sometimes that's the way it works. And that receiving core with Braylon Addison back. So there's a little inside info if you want, to sprinkle a little bit.
Yeah, hit the app right now. I'm on there as I speak.
Are you going to Montreal after this game in Ottawa?
I am. I'm to Montreal tomorrow.
You're no dummy. You're no dummy, Glenn. Nice road trip. You and Dusty, fellas on the road. I love it. Let's get into that game. The Riders there. Sharky brings up a good point, and we talked to Sean Campbell, voice of the Owls, in hour 1, and Sharky said, hey, thanks for having a night game and not making us play at 10 a.m. Saskatchewan time like they usually do. But how are you breaking down this game? What's intriguing you about the Montreal-Sasky game on Saturday?
Well, I think, as well as the D-line has played, and the D-line for Saskatchewan had the big game, against Cody Fajardo, and Edmonton with the 8 sacks. I still think that the pressure may be more in this one in Montreal on the secondary for the Saskatchewan Roughriders and their defense, because you have to disrupt the timing against McLeod Bethel-Thompson. He's a different beast than a lot of different quarterbacks. He's a great true passer. He's a timing guy. He's a throw-in rhythm guy. He's the guy who, if you can disrupt his receivers and make him look to number 2 and number 3, then that front 4 is going to get there. So, I think the secondary, if they can get a little bit physical, I know we're seeing a lot of zone this year, but if they can get a little bit more physical and disrupt some of the Montreal receivers, that's in a good group. That's a good group of receivers. Tyler Snead and Cole Speaker and those guys. I just think if you let McLeod Bethel-Thompson throw on time, he can beat you. If you disrupt receivers so he has to pull it down and look to the second guy or third guy, that's when you can get to him pretty quickly, because you know where he'll be. He'll be right there in the pocket at about 5 to 7 yards. He'll be there every play. So you know where he is, but can you disrupt his timing?
I want to talk about something that's way more important, actually, than the football game. How's the bear?
Well, the bear is making his home like on our street.
Did you see the video?
No, I haven't seen the video.
Colson's got the video. Glenn sent us the video. Look at this thing.
Is that like your front door?
That's his front lawn. He's going to go do his business right on the lawn.
Right there at the front door, he does his business.
Oh,
and I got a picture, and Colson has the picture to show the sheer size of the bear. This was not on it's right beside my street.
Oh, look at that thing.
And that picture was taken by a neighbor of mine, because I told him right now, North Vancouver is excited that Bob the Bear is making it on Saskatchewan radio and has his own graphic. So I have a whole bunch of my neighbors that are now getting ready with their cameras. So get ready for lots of different pictures and videos of Bob the Bear.
Are there missing cats and dogs in the neighborhood? Like, are we starting to lose things in the neighborhood? Like, is he cleaning off apple trees? What's he doing?
No, he has really figured out how to dismantle garbage containers, and you can be tricky with locks and things, and he can flip open clips, and he's got that all figured out. But in all honesty, Sharky, that's my concern, is that they become so comfortable, and then a dog surprises them, or maybe even worse, a kid surprises them. Well, it's not worse; it's equally as bad. But like he has sat down in front of my driveway, like you saw in that video. He has sat down in front of that door and just sat there, because I see him on the camera, and he'll sit there for 20 minutes. Well, what if I just walked out with my dog and didn't check the camera first? I mean,
and what's wrong with your grass? What's wrong with your lawn? Suits, like, get some fertilizer on there. Overseed.
Buddy, there's something called a Schaefer beetle that has these little things, and they have just. I've given up. I'm going to rip it up and put like rocks, like the
Arizona.
Just the old rock look. Yeah, Arizona rock look. There you go.
That's incredibly dangerous. That bear's wandering through the neighborhood like that.
Glenn's got a nice little Ottawa Montreal twirl this weekend. He doesn't care about his lawn. Let's be honest. I know you're getting ready for the game tonight.
Sorry, Suits. Sorry to attack your lawn.
I tell you this, Suits. If I win the Lotto Max this weekend, Sharky and I are doing live shows on your lawn until we see this bear.
Yeah.
Done. You guys got it. I'll set up the tents. I've got a little bocce ball. We can wing that outside too.
Nice.
Little bocce, a little, a cornhole, cornhole championships.
By the looks of your lawn, I'll just rip pitching wedges down the street. Buddy, have a good call tonight, and have fun in Montreal, you two, and we'll catch up next week.
Okay. Bob updates coming. Thanks, guys.
Love it. Keep the Bob coming.
Press coverage with Glen Suitor. Never been better and more entertaining.